Welcome, everybody, a bonus episode of the Wrestling vs. the World podcast. You're enjoying today, sweet. If not, what the hell ever. But it's an exclusive one to the streaming services that this podcast is available on, because today it is time to talk about the brand new news that has been released. This is as of almost 9 o'clock in the morning, January 22nd, 2024, because news is finally dropping about WWE 2K24. I'm sure if you all have been on social media, you've probably seen it. But the game is officially ready for a pre-order. In fact, let me check the website a second, because I've got a few tabs open for all this. It's going to be exclusive. It's going to be available for Steam, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X/S version of the consoles and everything like that. So, no, we're not going to get it on the Switch. Thank goodness. Now, there are going to be 4 editions that we have. You got the Standard Edition, which they're describing saying, experience a gripping retelling of WrestleMania's greatest moments in 2K Showcase of the Immortals in WWE 2K24, which that cover star is going to be Cody Rhodes. You've got the Deluxe Edition, which is going to feature both Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley on the cover, saying, grow your My Faction card collection with the Deluxe Edition. You've got the 40 Years of WrestleMania Edition, which says, the description says, celebrate the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment with the WWE 2K24 40 Years of WrestleMania Edition, and we'll get to that in a little bit. And then the final one that says WWE 2K24 Cross-Gen Digital Edition, which says, experience a gripping retelling of WrestleMania's greatest moments, 2K Showcase, moral, yeah. Now with that version, from what I'm seeing, everything seems to be on for all those consoles except for WWE 2K24 Cross-Gen Digital Edition, because according to these, that one's only not available on Steam. That's going to be exclusive to the home consoles, and you can get these at any time on the WWE 2K shop or store website if you wish. And I think according to these, if you purchase these by around mid-April, they're saying you get a 1 month free of Peacock with your purchase. And it's got the extra stuff that you can get in there. And according to this, 3-day early access is starting March 5th, 2024. So it seems like March 8th is going to be the official release day. If you don't pre-order the game for early access, you're going to get packs of everything from My Faction. You're going to get the Season Pass, My Rise Mega Boost, or My Faction cards and alternate attires. You're going to get the 40 Years of WrestleMania pack and everything. So I don't know about you all, but I'm not really excited about, caring about anything involving My Faction. I know I've played it a bunch of times and everything, but it's just, it's not gripping. You know? Not my cup of tea right there. But there are different things that you'll get depending on the version you get if you care about the whole My Faction thing. I mean, at least if you want to get the achievements now. To get to the features that we have here, because there's also the Features tab, it's time to see what we've got. So first of all, the 2K Showcase of the Immortals, the description being, WrestleMania, one of the biggest spectacles in sports entertainment, takes center stage in WWE 2K24. Packed with the greatest matches from WrestleMania's illustrious 40-year history, 2K Showcase of the Immortals allows you to recreate iconic moments and help some of WWE's legends claim their place in the record book as undisputed champions. So it seems like we're getting somewhat of an expansion based on the main showcase mode that we had back in WWE 2K14. Hopefully we're going to get more matches and everything like that, depending on who can be licensed for some of these. I know some superstars you're not going to be able to put in there, you're going to have to erase the Edge matches now that Adam Copeland is over in AEW. But hopefully we can get a lot more matches, because I know there were some matches we could have had with the roster you had in 2K14. But I mean, I like this, especially recreating this whole mode and everything with updated graphics. I can get behind it. Now the big thing. All new match types. From guest referee to casket, gauntlet, and ambulance matches, there are a bevy of new match types to experience in WWE 2K24, including support for multiple superstars in Backstage Brawl. So, guest referee, golly, I don't think... When was the last time we had a special guest referee match? Maybe 2K17 last gen? Maybe a bit earlier than that, but it's been quite a while since we saw that. Casket match, I'm not going to count Buried Alive matches, because even though they're kind of casket matches with the Buried Alive format, last time we really saw that kind of match was SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, maybe later than that. The last time we had any kind of casket match in general was in 2K Showcase mode for WWE 2K15 for Shawn Michaels, Triple H, better friends, better enemies, or whatever, bitter enemies, whatever it was called. Gauntlet match, I don't think we've ever had that. But ambulance match, something I think people may not realize, we did actually have ambulance matches if you played SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 on the DS. Because they did have the ambulance match in there. It'll be the first time being on a console, but I mean, technically it's not quote-unquote new if you've played that before. And the fact that we're getting multiple superstars now in Backstage Brawl, I'll only really be behind it if they start remodeling it, because it did feel kind of lazy when WWE 2K23 had the Backstage Showcase mode or Backstage Brawl, and the only addition you had was a giant spotlight in there, to the point where you wish it could have been more expanded rather for different areas you could enter. I know, like, I liked what they gave us for WWE 2K18 onward, because, like, you had a bigger area that you can go through, like, with Backstage, with the hallways, the offices, the locker rooms, and parking lot and everything. So, I mean, at least, if that can get at least a bit of a revamp for the design, I can get behind it. Become a champion in my rise. Here we go, the old thing. Embark on 2 action-packed career arcs as you ascend from a WWE recruit to a decorated WWE champion in my rise. So, aka my career mode. Watch your WWE dreams unfold as you progress through original storylines and achieve WWE superstardom in the men's and women's divisions. As long as they're better than what we saw for WWE 2K20. I can't easily remember what we saw for the My Rise in 2K22 or 2K23 because that's completely slipped my mind at this point, and because I haven't played those games in a little while. But I mean, as long as they're done properly and have a good story, that's all I care about. Because like we've had some hits and misses with story modes with /My Career /My Rise over the years, especially 2K15 when it was just a dud, like no real directions, just have a bunch of matches. Or you have 2K20 where the story was atrocious and the graphics were god awful. Let's see, build your faction. So here we go again with my faction. Collect and build your ideal WWE faction using superstars and legends from every era. WWE 2K24 boasts single-player and online multiplayer matches, including the all-new ranked quick play. Compete against rival factions all around the world and earn new rewards in the process as you establish yourself atop the seasonal leaderboard. Now again, for somebody like myself, I didn't mind my faction that much, but it's just like some of those matches that I did, I would just keep going with one specific superstar, target a body part, and make somebody submit. And I would have to take like 2 attempts because they would have like the whole resilience ability and everything to survive. In some of those matches, I would easily win. Like, you use like the American Badass Undertaker, keep striking heads over and over and over to isolate the opponent. Oh, they tap out. Oh, that's it. So I feel kind of weak. Control the WWE Universe. Universe mode gives you the power to develop feuds and create something never before seen in the WWE. The no-holds-barred sandbox is enhanced with more expanded rivalry actions, brand new cutscenes, and double title matches. Oh, okay. I think we can get behind that. And you also got My GM, which I'm looking at the images that Tyler breezed on the screen. Huh. Run the show in My GM, so we're getting the My GM mode back. Assume the role of general manager and draft an elite roster of WWE superstars so you can start producing larger-than-life shows in My GM mode. Make executive decisions by trading superstars, offering contracts, and doing whatever it takes to be the best, more rival GMs and brands than ever before. I don't know. I know there were people that kept getting into GM mode and everything back in the day, and I know the latest one you had in the last game or two have been criticized. For me, I've never truly been into the general manager mode. I mean, if I want to play a game like that, I'll just go with Extreme Warfare Revenge. I'm sure some people maybe know what that game is for the people that are listening. But it's like GM mode was never really my thing. I always find it difficult to try to strategize and get that whole thing done. Maybe it's just because like I'm still a novice to all that. But I mean, if people like it, as long as it improves based on the criticism that we got last time, because I heard the last 1 or 2 that we got, because again, I can't remember if it was in 2K22, people were criticizing it compared to what we saw back in the old days. But, I mean, I don't know if I haven't even watched the trailer yet. I don't know if they've revealed, like, what the roster is going to be. I mean, like I said, you're going to have some cuts. Like, with 40 years of WrestleMania, you have to have certain superstars that you can license to these matches and everything. It's like, you don't have wrestlers like Jeff Hardy or Edge or Matt Hardy, some others that you can possibly include, so it's like you're going to have some matches that are just going to be unavailable and everything like that for like the roster and matches you can recreate, especially like when you compare to 2K14. So I'm going to be interested to see what matches are available, like, because I know there's some matches that you had in one showcase mode and then you had it recreated in another, like for example, Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14. You had it in 2K14, I think, or maybe WWE 13, and I know you saw it again in 2K16 for Stone Cold Showcase mode, but who knows how many matches we're going to see get recycled. You know? I mean, hopefully they're going to have some matches with every WrestleMania, but I mean, that's going to remain to be seen. But who knows? Like, hopefully this is going to be good, and hopefully I'm going to get more than a few months of, like, use out of this stuff. Because usually whenever I play these games, the only thing I really care for is the My Rise/My Career mode, even if I don't always make content about it. I mean, that's the only thing that really interests me, even though 2K20 mess with that. And everything else, I might just get through just to get, like, achievements, because I like playing on the Xbox. But, I mean, seeing this 2K Showcase of the Immortals, like a revamping of the WrestleMania mode that you saw in 2K14, I can get behind it, updated graphics. As long as some things are a bit more consistent. I know we've had some matches that have happened in the past 2K Showcase modes that seem to rewrite history, and like how like characters were designed or stuff you could or could not do in these matches. But I mean, who knows what we got? You know, hopefully the game's not going to be too buggy when it comes out coming up in March, because like I said, according to the game, if you pre-order the game, you get 3-day early access, which they say will start March 5th. So if you don't pre-order the game and get 3-day access, you're going to have it available on March 8th coming up this year. So we got around a month and a half to go until this game comes out. Hopefully it's going to be worth it. Like I said, it could use some revampings because, like, some of these games just feel like it's copy-paste recycled stuff over the years. Sure, they make some improvements, but it's like, you know, a game's kind of iffy if people play for a few months and then they're just like, yeah, set it aside, delete it from your game or hard drive or anything like that. Who knows? So let me know in the comments section below for anybody who's listening to this podcast episode. What do you all think about WWE 2K24? If there is a comment section anywhere about what you guys think about WWE 2K24's news. If you'd like to check it out for yourself, WWE.2K.com. You will have a section for WWE 2K24 on that website. Let me know all think about all that stuff, or let me know on social media if you want. But anyway, if you all enjoyed today's episode, please remember to leave a like or like rating and all that stuff. Follow the podcast for any of these streaming services that the podcast is available on. And I'll catch you all in the next episode. Thanks for listening, folks. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that other stuff. And peace out and good day, everybody.